17, 18 big blinds, something like that. And Mormon opens. The only thing I can really do here is shove. Even though he is opening a lot of hands, he's aware that I know he's opening a lot of hands, and he's gonna adjust by calling with more hands. And if I just re-raise here, it's gonna look way too strong and suspicious, because I wouldn't really do that with my weaker holdings. So, and calling is completely out of the question. Like, just looks way too strong, and yeah, like there's just no point to it. So it's a pretty easy shove. It's just unfortunately that he folded. Alright, who was... Oh yeah, so Shibata, who's on my left, he's a really good regular as well. Plays pretty tight in my experience, but doesn't really make too many mistakes or anything. Just not gonna give up many chips, so not thrilled to have him at the table either. The same thing kind of goes for Ronald Grauer. I think he plays slightly more hands than the average regular, but he plays well, and he's been around for a long time and doing well consistently. And just like the other guys at the table, he knows how to play a stack. He has now like 23 big blinds or something like that. Like, he's very aware of how to play this stack, so he's not going to be giving too much up either. Then there's Mormon, who I have the purple node on. Oh, but by the way, I should explain that. The light blue node is what I use for really good regulars. People who play really well and have a good game, basically. Now, the purple color I have assigned to, like, I guess, like, between 10 and 15 people or something. And I only use that for the absolutely best players, like the elite. And Mormon certainly belongs in that category. He's, like, extremely laggy, but also really aware of his image. And when he has a huge chip lead like this, he's just going to be absolutely relentless with his aggression. And just open a ton of pots. Yeah. Alright, now I have a hand here, 2 10s, just min raise again. Hopefully, this is a pretty good spot to pick up some chips and get a double up. Let's see what happens, especially if one of the shorter stacks reships. Yeah, here, as you can see, a snap call. It's not like I'm that far ahead of the hands Mormon plays, but I do think he shoves like some smaller pairs, like say 7s through 9s at least. And he can have like the random worst hand. And besides, I need a double up, so like all those factors considered, it's a very easy call. And I think a 7 doubled up. Want to flip against Mormon? How about that? So now I have a really comfortable stack. Like, the difference between what I can do with a 20 big blind stack and a 40 big blind stack is pretty huge. Basically, I can just open more hands now. I can 3-bet fold to people. Like, I just have more moves in my arsenal now, which is really cool. And ace king here. And Shibata min raises, just like I do, under the gun. Now, you could probably make an argument for calling, re-raising, or shoving. I think calling is by far the worst. Like, I'm just not going to I'm going to keep his dominated aces in, but I'm not going to be able to stack him even close to often enough to justify it. Now, I like to just 3-bet just because I want to give him the chance of jamming like a Jack-10 suited, Ace-Jack kind of hand. It's not going to happen terribly often, but at least it can kind of give him the illusion that I have a bluffing range in that spot. And as you can see, I snap him off, trying to look cool, and he has 2 aces, so I end up looking pretty dumb. That's obviously a standard cooler. There's nothing you can do here. This is just bad luck. Even like at this stacked up final table, even if it's under the gun versus the big blind, like, we're just way too shallow to ever consider doing anything else.